Hi everyone, welcome to this week's tutorial. I have a bit of a new setup here, so hopefully everything stays in frame, but this week we're going to do the unicorn nails. It's a pretty similar technique to the sweater nails. We're just going to chrome it after. So I'm starting off with some flat matte, and I have 2 coats of Chalk It Up and Hoppity Scotch on my nails right now. And you're going to give that a full cure, so 1 minute in LED and 2 minutes in UV. We're going to give that a good wipe with some after wipe. And then I have mixed up on my plate here some clear acrylic powder and some Chalk It Up. It's about 50-50 mix on that. You want it to be movable but not runny. So when you draw a line through it, it should kind of stay where that line is. Okay, and then I'm just going to take a small bead with my daughter tool. And I'm going to run it in kind of sort of an S shape, like a shallow S shape from one side of my nail to the other. And then I'm going to take an old gel brush that doesn't have any gel in it anymore, and I'm just going to dip it in the acrylic powder a little bit so that my line doesn't stick to my brush. And I'm just going to poke that line into place and get it perfect. You do want to get these lines as smooth as you can because any little imperfections will show when you put the chrome in over top. And then once you're happy with that, you're just going to give it a quick 5-10 second cure just so it stays in place. And I'm just going to keep on adding lines down my nail. You want to keep the space in between the lines about the same width as the lines themselves. I find that this makes it a little bit more uniform. It makes it into a nicer end product. And then once you're done all of that, you can give that a full cure. So that's 1 minute in LED or 2 minutes in UV. Okay, so now I'm going to take my top gloss, and you don't need very much of it, and you're going to run it in between all of the grooves. So you're going to kind of paint it on sideways. You want to make sure that it's not thick at all in between any of your grooves, otherwise you're not going to get that definition between where your lines are and where your grooves are. And once you're done that, give that it's about 15 to 20 seconds in LED, about 45 to 50 seconds in UV. All right, and now you're going to take your chrome powder. Today I'm using Silver Rainbow. That's the holographic silver from Light Elegance. And taking my pretty stick, you don't need very much, and you're just going to run it, again, kind of sideways so that you can get in between all of those little grooves. And then taking our super shiny to finish it off. You can finish this with any other top coat you like. We just don't recommend that you use the top gloss because if that's on too thick, it can tighten. And again, running it sideways to make sure that you seal in everything between your grooves. And that's going to get a full cure, so 1 minute in LED or 2 in UV. All right, and then giving that a good wipe with some after wipe. And finishing off everything with some cuticle oil. I'm using the Light Elegance cuticle oil, all natural, jojoba, basil, tea tree, and lavender. And give it a good little rub. And there you go. The unicorn nail trend was meant to look like the unicorn's horn. And as always, if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the section below. If you have any suggestions for videos we should do, give me a quick shout at tessa@nailbasics.ca.